Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here. Back to toss Bond another greasy sack of spoiled meat and processed cheese product before opening fire while he's distracted by the smell in XCOM, the Long War II. I'm telling you, that's why Stromberg got killed in The Spy Who Loved Me. He could have lived if only he had been wise enough to not invite Bond to sit down at that disturbingly long table of his, by the way, for what was obviously some kind of elaborate and lavish feast. That's it. You're never going to trick James Bond into getting shot in the dick with that weird spear gun you've got strapped to the bottom of the table, Stromberg. It's not going to work. He's too clever for that. You got to come at him brute force, Stromberg. What you should have done is hurled a bag of like 3-hour-old congealed Arby's beef and cheddars onto the table. That would have kept you alive. Why? Because Bond would have been so disgusted by the smell that he would have never noticed when instead of trying to kill him with that gun you had strapped to the bottom of the table with the weird tube and exploding bullet thing, you didn't need the tube or the bullet thing. He'd have been so distracted by the smell, you could have just hauled it out from under the table and blew him in half right there. He would have never noticed because he'd have been too busy trying to control his gag reflex, Stromberg. How does this apply to the Long War, Pete? Well, I'm in that scenario. I've got so many faceless sitting at my table currently, somewhere I would guess between roughly 2 and 9, that I'm closing it down. I can't keep feeding my enemy my supplies. So you know what, kids? That's it. I'm cutting you off. Kitchen is closed. Cafeteria, no more. No more tater tots. No more sloppy joes. No more badass slices of flat, oddly soft yet delicious crustless pizza. You want food? You can, 2 options. You can either brown bag it and bring your own, or you can eat each other. I really, really don't care. You're not getting any more feed from Perfidious Pete. That's it. I don't care how you decide to come to it. These faceless must be exposed. You can sit down and do exposed. Yes, it's like a combination of exposed and also exploded. And yeah, I've coined a new portmanteau, and I want them exposed. I don't care if you sit down like Big Brother style and vote which one gets to have their head cut off to let's see if he's a faceless. Although considering there are between 2 and 9 faceless, you got to remember the faceless may be in the majority and probably capable of identifying each other. So maybe the Big Brother thing isn't the best idea. Either that or you just see who starts losing weight. Because I'm not feeding you. And the badonkadonk butt that the faceless got, they love to get up and shake their rump like a rump shaker. The badonkadonk butt's got to be, what, like a fairly significant storehouse of calories for them. So the humans are going to be the ones who start losing weight first. That's what we know. The faceless maintain their shape in general, which I suppose they could just shapeshift themselves to look skinny. No, that's not going to work, because nobody is going to be able to hide that much badonkadonk that the faceless got working. It's too much booty to conceal. Also, man, I made myself really hungry talking about that weird school pizza. Am I the only one who had that experience with the weird school pizza where it just came in like a flat sheet? And it had a really soft sort of doughy crust, and then it was always a layer of beef with a layer of cheese on top of it, just some very light sauce. Man, that shit was delicious. How come no place sells or serves that? Why isn't there like a nostalgia pizza restaurant that specializes in grade school cafeteria pizza? I would be all over that shit, both the restaurant and the pizza. So we got find a lead. It's really tempting. 2 days, 6 hours, though. Are we going to be able to infiltrate even anybody? Do we have anybody even worth infiltrating? Because this is also... Wait a minute. That was new, wasn't it? Hold on a second. When did this come in? I played Long War yesterday, and I don't remember this. Did they update the mod? Infiltration. I mean, it used to say this, but it didn't give us these details. Or I'm the most oblivious man who has ever lived and just didn't notice, but I'm pretty sure this stuff was not here before. So it's evac with flare. It is evac with flare. No, that's bad, because that means we gotta wait for the damn thing to arrive. 8 turn timer to hack an objective. We already failed one of these, and isn't one of our other missions to find a lead? Like, this is a find a lead, right? Yeah, we are already finding a lead, and also a Lance Corporal Grenadier. So, do I have a Shinobi? We might try this if I... No, you know what? Never mind. At 2 days, 6 hours, even if we have a Shinobi, which we don't, what's our base infiltration? We would have to boost this to get it to even close. No, even if we boosted it, wouldn't be 100%, right? That would add, what, 1 day, 12 hours? Okay, we could boost it and it would be 100% so that we could send a single rookie? No. If this were our only option to find a lead, I would probably try and figure out a way to accomplish it, but this is a bad risk to investment reward. This one, I think we just let it go. We already got Betty Ford Clinic, and look, they're 100% infiltrated right now, but still have 2 days, 3 hours left to go. We are definitely going to wait. I want the bonuses. And some debris has been cleared. Fantastic. Hey, you know what you could build in here? You could maybe build a cafeteria. No, you guys, I'm not feeding you. Find the faceless, then you get fed. That's the deal. It's a starvation punishment until you root out these faceless. Power Relay, Workshop, no real interest in either one of those. Proving Ground is interesting, but I think we still have to prioritize the Advanced Warfare Center. I really, really, really want the AWC abilities to get... I want to be able to get started on my AWC abilities pretty much immediately. The Proving Ground advances our story. You know what? It doesn't matter. We don't have enough supplies for either of them. Why am I even sitting here thinking about this? Let's have... Which one? You get 53 supplies from that, which would be enough to build our thing. What do we get out of this? 65 supplies. Which one takes longer? Catherine Arnold can evacuate this in 15 days. Now, leave without excavating. Or she can excavate this in how long? 15 days. Well, if it's 15 days for either one, give me the one that gives me more supplies. Faceless are already taking everything we got. The GTS is an upgrade available? What upgrade? Oh, the officer training station. We need a staff sergeant, though, and we don't have one. All right, well, we can't pull that upgrade. Let's just get back to scanning. Maybe a trip to the black market is in order. It's possible we might be able to sell some... Now, because you know what? Now I'm thinking about it, I don't know if we even have much... We haven't been picking up a whole lot of loot because we haven't been killing stuff. That is the one drawback to my, like, minimalist engagement strategy. Not a lot of loot options available because we're too busy doing Operation Steaming Tears where our goal is to get in and get out without a fight. This has got to be new. I couldn't possibly have overlooked this for this long. Infiltration mission, fixed evac, okay. 12-turn turn timer with a concealed start. Rescue a dude from a vehicle. We've got a good squad for this, although I don't remember specifically who we sent on it. I think this is going to be a pretty solid little stealth mission for us. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. And I feel like I maybe honed my paradigm for these stealth missions a little bit. Why did I send 3 people, though? Also, who's the third guy? Who are you? This is definitely Reese Disorderly / Clubfoot Witherspoon, who's going to be limping her way through the mission. And that's Chris Top Hits Brown, who's just looking for some faces to punch. Who the hell's the other guy? Why did I send him on this mission? He was a shinobi because he got a sword, but I don't know who it is. Were you one of our rookie shinobis who was just like new but really fast, and we sent you on this mission for EXP purposes? That could be it. I played XCOM, recorded a couple episodes yesterday, but you know, it's 24 hours ago, and I'm a stupid man. I got a memory like a goldfish. You like try and ask me something that happened literally 24 hours ago. I mean, you might as well be talking to a wall. I got nothing. Operation Steaming Tears here in the central block of Chicago. If you have steaming tears that you're crying, you should probably consult your ophthalmologist, because that seems like something that could blind you basically immediately. Steam burns hurt. How do you know, Pete? What'd you ever do to get a steam burn? Well, you know, like a lot of people, the early days of Pete, by my early part of my career, you know, I did some fast food work, and yeah, steam burns are like the shittiest kind of burn, because they don't just burn the top of your skin like regular fire. They actually pierce it and give you subcutaneous burns because they're doubly dickhead maneuvers. Also, fuck the biscuit oven that used to give me those steam burns, by the way. And you know who you are, biscuit oven. Piece of shit. I hated that fucking thing. Alright, so here we are. My hate for the biscuit oven aside, we got a vehicle, extraction zone. Vehicle and extraction zone are disturbingly far apart. Also, this alley is going to be real hard to get into. Yeah, that's a long run. Alright, this mission feels a little difficult. Okay, top hits. I want you to go forth and be our scout. And there should not be any civilians that you could potentially step on right here. How come you're taking first moves with Chris Top Hits Brown, Pete? Well, okay, 2 reasons. One, Chris Top Hits Brown is actually really fast, which is useful. But the other thing we've got going for us with the Chris Brown here, in addition to being really fast, in a worst case scenario, if Chris Brown completely fucks us and busts his cover on the first turn, Only Chris Brown dies. Chris Brown is the only man who's at risk in this scenario because Koki Smurf Tim Allen here. Oh, which is actually who it is. All right. And Reese Disorderly Witherspoon. Chris Brown cannot bust their concealment. They can bust his, but he can't bust theirs. So we're going to send... Reese is probably going to be our button man, even though... I mean, she's got the Ghost Walker, and... Alright, so we got some guys right there hunkered down in that building. There's a gunner, what appears to be a sentry, and I didn't catch what that last... Holy shit, Tim Allen, you are fast as hell. Look at the foot speed on the new guy. Alright, you know what, Tim Allen? I'm going to actually bring you around over here. He is so fast! Maybe Tim Allen should be our button man. With the speed like this, if he doesn't need Ghost Walker to get into the objective, we should definitely have him be... Oh, there's a Viper. Yeah, that's real bad. Vipers very much complicate the whole run-away strategy simply because they've got the tongue grab. The tongue grab makes the smash and grab exceedingly more difficult. All right, Chris Brown, we want you over here. Our goal is to get over by this zone wall, skirt the edge, and see if we can pull off our smash and grab maneuver. Good God, Tim Allen is fast. Look at the speed. He's so fast. You know, Tim Allen, I think that maybe, just maybe, I might be in love with you, sir. I'm sensing a real bromance brewing here. With that foot speed and your shinobiness, I think you got a real bright future. What am I less enthused about? Well, I mean, you got that sword on your back, which I think we'll all very clearly agree is going to get used at some point to cut the product you love so much. Your Peruvian marching powder. Somebody's got to, you know, you need some kind of tool to chop up the laxative and mix it in there. And we all know what you're up to, Alan. You're not fooling anybody. So Chris Brown, we're going to get you over here. And Tim Allen, you could get, I mean, we could get you real close. I don't want to get you too close, though, because if these guys patrol over, I don't want you getting pinned down. I think maybe we just run you behind these boxes.
Let's do this.
And Reese Witherspoon is she's our true infiltrator here. She's got Ghost Walker, which means Reese can get way closer. In fact, Reese Witherspoon might be able to get close enough to pull the hack next turn. I just don't know if we want to do that.
Moving to position.
I want Reese close. We can't, well, we definitely can't stay here. I mean, we don't have to go home, but we can't stay here. Maybe we send in Tim Allen. Okay, Reese, I'm going to take a little bit of a chance. What if these guys patrol this way? It seems unlikely. They're actually, oh, this is good. They're patrolling back the other way. So if we can get Tim Allen to objective adjacent. Problem is, we're going to be able to see these guys. We need them to patrol a little bit further away. So we can get Tim Allen right here. And from right here, Tim Allen can actually hack the thing. Right? Yeah, he can. We are definitely not going to do that this turn, though. That's a bad option to try it this turn. And Chris Toppitz Brown, you got to move. Otherwise, you're going to spawn pods. So we need you, like, well back. But we do want you close enough that you can provide support as we fall back, potentially for Tim Allen. Or possibly also the guy that we're going to bust out of the Hooskow here. So Reese, we can just move you back here. I think we're going to let Tim Allen try this.
I've got my eyes on.
Just be on Overwatch for the moment, Tim. I really need these guys to that's right. Keep patrolling away to where you can't see Tim Allen and he can't see you. Keep walking. That's perfect. Okay, so we're definitely going to crack the deal this turn then. All right, Chris Brown, I need you like right here, ready to provide support, because we need to see how far Tim Allen's going to be able to fall back. Not as far as we might like. We could get him to here with a single move, but if we can remain undiscovered... And Reese, you know what? If you're not going in, I want to do something here. I want you to ghost walk to eliminate these civilians' detection tiles. And I want you, like, right here. Don't crash through the fucking window, please. Could you path... you know what? No. I'm not going to take a chance on you busting our concealment. That's just bad. And you're probably going to be on Overwatch. Chris Brown can't see anything. You know, Chris Brown may not be far enough away. If for some reason Tim Allen reveals himself, and you'll be like, Pete, he's definitely going to reveal himself. No, he's not, because he can't see anybody right here. As soon as you move him, though, Pete, he's going to get spotted. Yeah, well, surprise is on you. I don't think we're going to move him. We could reduce the contact for a nearby region by 33% or acquire superior PCS. You know what? This case, I think superior PCS is real good. We're probably not going to get either, so... Technically, the 6% was like 33% more likely than the 4. So here's our rookie. We did not activate enemies. That is beautiful. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Tim Allen is not going to move. And if anybody on this is expendable, Tariq Young is that man. I'm sorry, Tariq, but, you know, I'll take chances and stupid risks with your lives. We could have him run right now. We could, but he's going to be... First off, this spawns a pod, and it leaves Tim Allen with nowhere to run. No, you know what? No. So here's what we're going to do instead. Tariq, I want you to... I don't want you by the edge because you'll pop enemies, but I want you closer. Why can't I put you in the tile? I want you in that tile. I want you in that tile. No, I want you in this one. And then I want you to hunker down. No, I don't want you to evac because you're not in the evac zone. Go ahead and hunker down. And Tim Allen, I want you on Overwatch. Reese Witherspoon, I also want you on Overwatch. So Tim Allen's taking shots. We have activated the enemy. This is, you know what? We had to expect this. But here's the thing. Tim Allen can now fall back with a double move. So we've got a lot more room to run here. So Tim Allen, with your super fast lightning goddamn... Holy shit pickles can Tim Allen run. Look at the hooves on Allen, man. This guy can bolt. He's Benny the Jet Rodriguez here. They say the Jets lost a step or two, but I'm not buying it. This guy is fast. All right. Well, Tim Allen's going to run like hell. So worst case scenario here. Okay. Also, Chris Brown, we need to make sure you can make it to evac in a single move. You can. That's perfect. Reese Witherspoon. Honestly, Reese, I may take you straight to evac. I don't want you to reveal yourself, so run over here. Because Reese Witherspoon literally at this moment cannot be shot. So what are you going to do about the civilian, Pete? You're going to leave one lone... Actually, he's not a civilian. He is a soldier. You're going to leave one lone man to face off against all these dudes by himself? No. Well, yes, but also no. I have a plan. Look, none of the enemy can see Tariq, and he's in full cover. He's got some yelling civilians. Yeah, that's bad. But what are we going to do? He's in full cover. We're going to throw an aid protocol at him. This gives him plus 20 defense. So now he's in full cover with a plus 20 defense, and Chris Brown, he's also going to bring the smoke. Give me that dank smoke, Chris Brown. Oh, yeah, Pete, you know how I feel about the dank smoke. I'll bring the dank smoke. Pete, you want some smoking? Oh, me and Chris Top Hits Brown here. They don't call me Top Hits because I like to punch Wibbit in the face. It's because I be top hitting that bong, yo. And Reese Witherspoon, you know what? I actually do want you revealed so that I could get some Overwatch out of you. If anybody comes a running, I want Reese Witherspoon to be able to shoot at him. Now, you know what? That's a bad risk. Let's just put Reese on Overwatch. Wait, did I just squander our whole turn? Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, that was, like, suboptimal play, admittedly. We could have... Reese Witherspoon could have been gone! But, you know what? It doesn't matter. Reese is still concealed. So, we're fine. Top hits, get the hell out of Dodge. We got one lone civilian here who's standing out in the open in not fantastic cover, but he did double move, so in theory, he should be largely unreachable. Top hits, beat it. There's no reason for you guys to hang out. By the way, thanks for ratting me out there, Jimmy the Stool Pigeon civilian. Oh, they're over here, guys. One of them's only in half cover. You should probably shoot him. So let's see if Tariq can make it or if he's going to buy the farm here. Has he got enough foot speed to stay ahead? He has enough foot speed to stay ahead of Advent. That's it. We're done. We got in, got our goods, and got the hell out of Dodge. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
He's secure and in position for evac. This is Firebrand.
Tariq is gone, and Reese Witherspoon never even came out of stealth.
I'm gone.
See you in hell, Advent. So Operation Steaming Tears, leaving us anything but crying. That was freaking beautiful. 3 men enter, 4 men leave. It's the anti-Thunderdome of missions. Average cover bonus, 27.86%. And you know what? I'm starting to appreciate this more than any other number we could possibly see in any of these categories. This is, in my opinion, the best possible record. What was our successful shot percentage? We did it without firing a shot, thank you. Shot percentages are for lesser men. Shot percentages are for people who need the crutch of weapons. We don't need guns. We achieve by tact and cleverness. We're the tech hero. That's what we are. We don't defeat our foes with brute force. We defeat them with savvy. That's what we got going for. Savvy, Pete. Savvy. I need promotions because I really want Tim Allen to have Ghost Walk. A Ghost Walking Tim Allen with that kind of foot speed, forget about it. The man is a golden god of infiltration at that point. Also, we should be seeing promotions for Reese Witherspoon and Chris Top Hits Brown here as well. Yeah, there we go.
All thanks to you.
All right, so what are we going to take? Ghost Walker, without a doubt. Tim Allen is now going to be a top shelf shinobi. Top shelf. Reese Disorderly Witherspoon. You know what, Reese? I think we may have to retire you from a mission for a moment because I want to retrain you. Pete, you're going to retrain Reese? Yes, I am going to retrain Reese Witherspoon. Why? Actually, wait, can I retrain her? No, I need an AWC before I can do that. All right, well, when we get the AWC built, Reese, I am going to retrain you. And you're asking why, Pete? Because Reese has a 13 friggin' foot speed. She's going to be terrible as an infiltrating stealth shinobi. That's not what I want her for. What's she going to be? We're going to make her a killing shinobi, and that means I need to get rid of Ghostwalker. So we could switch Ghostwalker, pick up Cutthroat, and then we start taking abilities that let Reese Witherspoon dash in and just chop bitches up. Shadow Step's pretty good. Infighter, it's pointless. That ability is pointless. 10 aim and 10 defense when 7 or more tiles from an ally. Lone Wolf is still okay, but it's nothing compared to Shadow Step. So we'll just take that. But you are eventually going in for some retooling, Reese. It's got to be difficult to Shadow Step with your club foot, I'm assuming. But still, interference is real good. But Revival Protocol has been a lifesaver. And with the, escalation of anti-effects, or rather enemy status effects that they apply. I have no idea what my brain was going for there. It stroked off for a second there. But the escalation of status effects in XCOM 2, they seem to have way more of those. Revival Protocol just feels more useful. Tim, Koki, Smurf, Allen, Tariq Young, we picked ourselves up a new Grenadier. And hey, weren't we training a Grenadier? Yeah, okay. So Lance Corporal Tariq Young. Hold on a minute. Oh, you're already a Lance Corporal, too. So Tariq Young is a Grenadier already. Aren't we training a Grenadier? Because if we are, I want to stop. Pete, you're wasting training time. Yep, I sure am, but I don't need to upgrade the facility or build the facility. I'd just like to visit it. So JZ's going to be a Shinobi, but yeah, we got Matthew Broderick here training to be a Grenadier, and you know what? No. If we already have a Lance Corporal Grenadier, I don't need another one, so let's figure out who's going to be training on what then. 2 Grenadiers, I think, is enough. We got Bill, allegedly Cosby. Tariq, how are your stats? Your aim is amazing, which is completely wasted on a Grenadier, but also your foot speed is really good. Your defense is hot liquid poop, though. Well, we may as well level you up. Let's get you promoted. Who is this actual mystery man? You know, we'll find out, as always, next episode. He's got Launch Grenade. Sapper, Rapid Deployment. I've actually really liked Rapid Deployment, but I think not for a straight-up Grenadier. Sapper is going to be ultimately more useful. It lets us blow up cars, if nothing else. So then we gotta pick a job, though, for Matthew Broderick. He needs a task. What are we going to have Matty Brad do? What are you good at, Broderick? What can you do, Matthew Broderick? You know what? You tell me. What job do you think you're best suited for? Let me flip this job interview around here. I'm going to come at you with a little bit of a switcheroo. You tell me what you think you would be good at. Your aim is awful. Your foot speed is respectable. It ain't Jay-Z good, but it's all right. You know what? I think we just take Shug Vroom Vroom Knight and make him an assault trooper. I think that's what we should probably do with this, and then we can come back to Matthew Broderick, have him fill in as necessary. The problem is his aim is so low, I don't really know what I want to do with him. I'm thinking maybe we turn him into a technical. I don't know whether aim affects rocket scatter. I would assume that it does, which means his rockets would be wildly inaccurate. But the flamethrower doesn't scatter at all, and it wouldn't really matter what Matthew Broderick's aim was if he's firing flamethrowers. And he's pretty quick on his feet, which means we could get him some big mobility boosts. He could get close enough to make that flamethrower work for us. In the meantime, Shug Vroom Vroom Knight, we need you getting up here and getting all up in people's grills, tipping them off balconies, you know, getting shot at dinner parties or weddings or whatever the hell that was. You know what? You know about the thug life, Shug Knight. You know what it's like about to walk up to a man, put a shotgun in his face, and end him and everything he's ever hoped of and dreamed of with one pull of the trigger. You know, Shug. You know. I also know that this episode is over. Or rather, it will be once Bradford gets this out of the way. His obligatory outro interruption. Every time, Bradford. Anyway, episode is done. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more of this long war of ours, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. Shug Vroom Vroom Night will be vroom vrooming to a store near you. I'll see you again soon.